in the 2023 general election. Peter Obi has led the campaign train of the candidate of the party, Sola Ebiseni, in Saturday's off-cycle governorship election in Akure, the state capital. The campaign train, which moved from Ondo Road through Arakale to Elisha Garage, saw members of the party canvassing for votes. Addressing the crowd, Peter Obi asked Ondo people to shun vote selling in the forthcoming election to end the emergence of selfish and incompetent people in government. The governorship candidate of the party on the spot said is determined to bring rapid development to the state if elected.
Now we'll continue to campaign and be telling Nigerians that this is time to start building a new Nigeria, a Nigeria where a child of nobody will be somebody, a Nigeria where there will be equal opportunity, a Nigeria where we will put people out of poverty, where our children will be in school.
Labour Party is the most popular political party in Ondo State. This is a party that the people of Ondo State voted for twice and was in power in this state between 2009 and 2017. Our programs and policies and even projects are everywhere.
The Labour Party candidate alongside 17 others are now ramping up campaign activities ahead of the election this Saturday. Senior reporter Ayo Moradio joins me live from Akure for more on what's happening in Ondo State. Ayo, what's the situation like? Talk to us about the mood in Akure ahead of Saturday's exercise.
Nifemi, let me quickly tell you that the situation here is peaceful. The atmosphere here is that of peace. The political parties are moving around the 18 local government areas of the state peacefully, campaigning, trying to woo the electorate. So that is the situation. And I can tell you that since the campaign started, we have not witnessed any crisis among these political parties. They are all going about their campaigns without any crisis. And let me also tell you that the materials, sensitive materials that will be used for the conduct of the election have arrived Akure Airport, and they will be moved to the office of the Apex Bank, the Central Bank of Nigeria, where it will be kept before it will be released on Thursday. So far, so good. The parties are moving around, the APC, the PDP, Senate Labour Party. As we shown, it was shown just some minutes ago, you saw the Labour Party, former Labour Party presidential candidate moving around with the party, with the candidate of the party, trying to tell the people to vote for him. So it has been a peaceful campaign in Ondo State, Southwest Nigeria.
Absolutely. We saw the candidates also signing a peace deal sometime last week in their commitment to a peaceful process ahead of the election on Saturday. What can you say as regards security infrastructure in Ondo as we speak ahead of this election?
Let me tell you that the security agencies are working together. They are working assiduously to ensure that the election is peaceful. The police, the civil defense, and other security agencies, what they are doing is that they are going to meet tomorrow in Akure, where we have the new chief of army staff, who will talk to them on the need to ensure that they do the job the way it should be done, that they should not be partial to any of the political parties. So that is what is expected tomorrow. The new chief of army staff will be meeting with heads of security agencies in Ondo State.
A political party had raised concerns about the integrity of the resident electoral commissioner, at some point calling that she should be redeployed. What was the consensus amongst the candidates that met together last week on this matter?
Yes, the candidates said, most of the candidates said that the woman is transparent, that the woman is impartial. So she's not somebody that wants to rig election for any of the political parties. So they want her to stay. But the PDP, the party is saying that the woman will not conduct the election. They want her to be redeployed to another state. But the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Mahmoud Yakubu, said she's going to conduct the election. and that everybody should work together, that this is not time to cast aspersion on the woman, that because she's a woman, she's determined to ensure that the election is credible and peaceful.
What would you say about the level of awareness amongst residents? In the past elections, I'm sure you're aware that we haven't had as much as 40% voter turnout relative to registered voters. Have you seen an increased advocacy amongst political parties and civil society organizations to get more people to turn out for election this time?
Yes, let me tell you that NOAA, the National Orientation Agency, is orientating the people of the state. They have moved around the 18 local government areas of the state to tell the people why they need to come out, why they don't need to have a kind of voter apathy, that the people, the security agencies that will be monitoring the election, they are not going to participate in the election. What they're going to do is to provide security for the voter. So they are aware of this. And also, let me tell you, CSOs, the civil society organizations, are also moving around, organizing different workshops to ensure that the people are aware of the need to come out on the election day. So we're expecting a peaceful election. The security agencies are doing a good job to ensure that the people come out, that they're not coming out to ensure they are coming out to ensure that they are well protected and that there is no kind of breakdown of law and order.
They say all is not well within the APC. A group called Ondo Patriot has now written to the national chairman of the party saying that it will not work for the incumbent governor for certain reasons. What more do you know about this group and the allegations they're bringing forward?
Well, for me, I don't know members of this group, but I spoke with the leadership of the APC in Ondo State, and they tried to tell me that this is a faceless group, that they are being sponsored to destabilize the APC, that the APC is more united than before, that they are all working in tandem to ensure that the party wins the governorship election on Saturday. And that is what they are doing, that this group is just, the group is being used by some faceless politicians who don't want to come out, and that nothing of such is happening in APC, that they are going to work as a team to ensure that they win on Saturday.
Quick one before I let you go. Everyone is talking about the Ondo debate that I held last week Sunday. I've heard the APC and the PDP argue which of the candidates did better. Do you think that has raised the engagement amongst the electorate? What issues would you say matter to them ahead of this election and that would determine how they vote?
Well, let me tell you that the debate was interesting, but the truth of the matter that Nigeria has not grown to that level that we use debate to judge who is going to win the election. Yes, the debate was attended by two of the political parties, PDP and the All Progressives Congress. So people are saying that you cannot use this to measure what the candidate will do if he is elected. You know, Nigerians, we have failed promises, people making promises on here, making promises before the election, that what they want is people with action, people who can do it, that can move the state to an enviable height. And that is what the people are looking forward to. Well, and don't forget that this issue of vote buying is affecting the country. It has become a kind of stumbling block to get a good candidate to win the election. So they are working, they believe that they need people who can work and develop the state. A governorship candidate that will bring rapid development to the 18 local government areas.
Absolutely, Ayo. You've been covering election in Ondo for years. Walk us through what the viewers can expect with TVC's election coverage on Saturday.
Let me tell the people that they should expect the best from TVC. We have been covering election across the country, and we have always given them the best. This time around, it's not going to be different. We're going to cover the 18 local government areas, the 3 senatorial districts, and we're going to come up with incisive reports and analyses before the election. Even after the election, we'll continue with an analysis.
Thank you so much for the update there. We'll be back with you when you have more for us as we count down to the big